Today in Saga, we are going to see how we classify using supervised approach, that is, supervised classification using Saga. So, today the objective is to create a land use and land cover map of a region by the supervised classification method using Saga. And the content we are going to use is from dstiget.in website. Go to tutorials, remote sensing, and this supervised classification. Once you are here, download the PDF and follow the PDF and the data. So what data we are going to use? Let me show you. This is 8, so 008 data we are going to use. This is the subset Landsat TM, and you can easily download it from USGS website also. So let us start. Let me copy it first, this path, and open Saga GUI. Now, in the previous one, we have seen unsupervised classification. So we classified the image using the unsupervised method. So there are limitations in using the method since we don't have full control over the computer's selection of pixel into cluster. In supervised classification, the user will select a group of pixel which belong to a particular land use and land cover, known as training areas or training sites. So based on the pixels or pixel values in the training areas, this software will create spectral signatures and the statistical information like range, mean, variance, etc. of all the classes in relation to all input bands. Make it empty project. So this information has been used to categorize each and every pixel in the image into corresponding land use and land cover class based on the classification algorithm used. We have maximum likelihood ML, minimum distance to mean MDM, and parallelepiped classification algorithm. These are the most commonly used for supervised classification. And this supervised classification method involves selection of training areas. So the user should have a good idea about different land cover classes existing in the study area. So this knowledge can be acquired through field verification and other ancillary data. We'll use the content which I just showed. So let us open first, file open, and give the path, from where to find it. It is already there, 008 data. Then go to all files and select this subset Landsat TM data. Select all the band, means load all the bands. So we'll, as earlier also in unsupervised, we created various RGB composite. So we'll make a few composite, and you can make a 2-3 composite, but let us make just one composite. You can make 452. You can make in the tutorial it is given that it is 452. Then you can have 742, and you can have 452 also. But let us just make 452, or if you want this one, we'll be very happy if we can get a FCC combination. Let us make a RGB composite. I know you remember how to get RGB composite. Just find tool RGB composite. This is RGB composite. Select this one, right? Grid system. There is only one grid system, and give this band 4, this 5, and this as 2. Assign red to band 4, and green to band 5, and blue to band 2, 452. Say OK. This is a composite, and let me open it for you. So this is our FCC fuzz color composite of the image, right? So we know that this black area, I'm not going to make 742. It is given in tutorial, but I'll just make one, and I'll go to the map, and this is loaded. This is loaded in the map, and you can turn the layer on and off. You know how to do it. Show layer and show map, right? So this you can show, you can unshow, and just read this to. Are you aware of the content or these clusters? Because you can only do supervised classification when you are aware of the study area. So I assume that we are aware of the study area. So we'll have to collect the sample. Sample collection is done using shape files. So you can create a shapefile layer using this create new shapefile layer. You can just type here and go to create new shapefile layer. But you can also find it out through this. Where we can find it out? Say we'll go to shapes, and then say polygons. Create a polygon. No, we'll go to say tools. Can we find it? Yeah. Create new shape layers, right? So this is quite difficult to find out. So you can easily type, but this is how you can get if you are not able to do it. So for this, let us name it as the name of the shape file as signature sample. and then we know that the shape can be, or the vector can be of point line polygon. We'll choose polygon, right? Let all others be default values. Say okay. So a polygon name which is a signature symbol will be created and will be placed in this data list under this shapes. See, this is the newly formed signature sample. So add this polygon layer to the map on which you would like to create the sample polygon by double clicking on this shape file, and just double click, and now you can select 452 or this composite, right? Let me name it. Actually, we have only one composite, so there is no point in renaming it, but still, because the tutorial is saying, so we'll make it 452 452 tab apply. Right now what we'll do is we'll right click, we'll double click, actually we'll double click here, and when we double click we can go to in this add layers to selected map. We'll select this composite. Okay, so this signature is now, means the signature sample is now add layers to selected map. So in order to pick up the training areas, we have to enable the editing mode of shapefile. So if you go to map, you see that this has come, signature sample has come on 452 composite in this composite map. Go to right click on signature sample, go to edit and say add shape, and select this arrow button. And since this is black, you'll not be able to see, but still I'm making it 1, 2, 3, and just right click. Just right click to end this. If you're not able to see this is the selection I have taken. And for ending it, you can just say edit selection and apply changes. Yes. So this is a sample which I have taken. So one sample I have taken, I can take. I'll just take 1 or 2 selection just for demonstration purpose. Let me go to this place, and I will again say add one more plus. I will do say add shape 1, 2, and right click. Just right click and say edit selection. Yes. So now I have 2 selections here, right? And these 2 selection, if you can see, these 2 selection I have made. I can make many more selection like this. Okay. So you're not able to see it, so you can change the color also. You can change the color to say yellow and apply. These are the lines, right? So it will show you. These are 2. Let me show you. This is the first one. This is the second one. So we have made the shape now. Okay. Once we have made the shape. So now what we are going to do, the signature sample is listed in the polygon attribute table. To open this attribute table, you can right click on the polygon layer. Right click, go to attributes, and then show. You can just show it. So this shows that we have 3 selections. This shows we have 3 selections. So what you are going to do after this is, let me show you that we have assumed that we have a table, and we have already assigned some numbers to our classes, like built up is 1, agriculture is 2, scrub is 3, open scrub barren 4, water 5, and forest 6. So what we do, we have various combinations. So let us assign ID these numbers. These are the IDs. We assign it, or we type it here, and the name of the cluster or the land cover. So let us have, I'm just arbitrarily assigning it, just arbitrary. Say 1, 2, and 3. I'm not saying I'm doing it right. I'm just showing it how to do, because the result may not be very good. But I'm just assigning, say, this is of our forest. Let me write F for forest. Let it be for agriculture, and let it be for this be water, agriculture, and this forest. See? So as we have made or assigned values here, these are the values which we have just assigned. So now we can go to the classification module, because we have chosen the signatures. These are, for example, some signatures. I'm not claiming that I'm going to make it a very good classification. Just to show you how it is done, let me go to the modules imagery classification and supervised classification module. For that, you can go to tools, and you can go to supervised, say here. Then in this imagery, you can go to classification, and then supervised classification for grids. Supervised classification for grids. And here you just select this grid. Now in this, you select all those 7 objects. or these bands, all 7 bands, right? This is not required. Say okay. And here clusters, in this you can say create quality, this statistics, no problem. And in this method there are various methods. This is k means clustering, sorry, but we have to choose this supervised classification. For that, this one again, no objects, no, we use all these bands of Landsat. Then okay, normalize, no problem, let it be like this. Classification, here classification, what you're going to do, let it be create. Then quality, let it be like this. These training areas we use signature samples because we have made a shapefile. Class identifier, we have just given this identification, these are the class identifier. And then we'll choose minimum distance, parallelepiped, all these methods are there. Choose any one of this and try all these. So let me choose maximum likelihood and zero relative, make it absolute probability reference. And update colors for features, let it be like this. Okay, press ok. Now the process is has started. The grid system entry here, see, we have an entry here which is called classification maximum likelihood. So we have a result here. This is a classification result. Open it. So this is a classification result, right? Now the colors also can be changed. How you can change the color? You can easily go to this one and go to this lookup table and change the color here. Say I make it green, say yellow. This is not a good classification. I'm just showing that you apply it and you will have a classification. So you have to do it for all these six classes. Make and choose very, you have to choose it very minutely, because if you don't choose the signature properly, the classification will not be good. So this way you can classify. These are the classification, unsupervised classification we have already done. This is a supervised classification. Now in this map you have this copy it here. You have map and you can just show, go to window or this possibility of map, and you can just go to, if you want to make it a map, right? For that you can easily add to map, show map, because what I'm trying to do is to show it in a print layout, so there are various versions, you can choose it. For that you have to go to this and say show, these are show print layout. This is the show print layout. So this map is there, and we have these, you can also have this on the background, but I'm just trying to make a classification map because it is actually combination of signatures. So you can also have a map, and then you want to save, you can easily save in the form of, say, there are various options you have. You can save it as an image, so you can have an image also. Now here also you can have some, this legend you can show, this north arrow you can show. All these are possibilities. Show legend, yes, apply. So this north arrow, so you can actually make a map out of it. Then you can go to print preview and this map will be shown and you can just print it. So this was a brief introduction of how we can supervise classification, how we can perform this supervised classification. So thank you so much. Take care.